guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Paige and this is my open book. In today's video, I'm coming at you with a bookshelf tour. In one of my previous videos, I showed you guys that I have a new background, a new setup, and I asked you guys wanted a bookshelf tour and you guys said yes. So grab a drink, grab a snack, so I can show you what's the situation on these bookshelves behind me. All right, so here is the full setup. So I have a full bookshelf right here. And then this is like a corner bookshelf situation. I will try to link these down below if they're still available on Amazon. That's where I got them. So we're gonna start with my romance shelf. So try to put all of my romance books on this corner bookshelf just because it would have the most space, since that's predominantly what I read. So I decided to organize them by author for romance specifically, because usually with romance books, like I know enough where I can identify the book based on the author. I feel like the other genres, I can't do that. Plus, the reason why I like doing it by author is because then the same books by the same author can be grouped together. So I just feel like it looks better that way. And that way I can have like a whole series put together instead of having it be spread out based on the title personally. So I've got them in alphabetical order by author. So I start with like their last name. So Lisa K. Adams is where I start, and it just kind of goes from there. I need a different bookend because this is definitely too bulky. These are some pineapple bookends that I got a long time ago. I think they're also from Amazon. If not, I got them at Target, but they're probably so outdated, it's ridiculous. But I hate how you can't see all the way back there. So I'm definitely going to be getting a bookend that's like more slim. That way it's like more discreet and you can't even tell that there's one there. That way you can still see the ones I have back there. So yeah, the author names just continue down the line until you get all the way to Mariana Zapata at the end with the letter Z. So that's kind of what this part of the bookshelf is. And the other reason why I like to coordinate by authors, because I like to have like my favorite authors or authors that I have like a lot of books for. I like to kind of put them on spotlight. So I've got Tessa Bailey right here. For now, I have Colleen Hoover. I wouldn't necessarily say she's one of my favorite authors by any means, but I just have a lot of her books, so that's why I have her here, but this is probably temporary. These are the only books that I've loved by her. It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us. Wasn't a fan of Ugly Love that much. Like, it was good, but it wasn't like a die-hard fan situation, and I haven't read any of these other books yet. So for now, these are here, but I don't know. Once I read the rest of them, we'll see if I still want to have her be a spotlight author on my shelf or if I want to, you know, change it up. But for now, that's what we've got there. And I do love Tessa Bailey, so I really am happy that I have her books on display here. Then here we've got my A.L. Jackson author spotlight. So we've got the Bleeding Stars series, and this is like a little A.L. Jackson figurine that came with it. My husband got me like this whole book box from A.L. Jackson, so all of these books came in it. They're all signed. And then my friend Cassie gave me this one from A.L. Jackson as well. And these are all of the discreet covers, which these are gorgeous. I'm not usually a discreet cover girly, but these are really pretty. And it has really nice formatting on the inside too. And this one is also signed. I love it. You guys know A.L. Jackson is the GOAT for me. So having her on spotlight is super important to me. This will always be a permanent spot on my shelf, 100%. And I just got some stickers here that I haven't found a place to put them yet. So they're just going to live there. Then I've got Scarlett St. Clair. I just liked how all the black spines kind of looked together. So that's why I put hers next to A.L. Jackson. This series right here, the Persephone, Hades and Persephone series, is one of my favorite series of all time as well. So I really wanted to have a special place on my bookshelf for these. I haven't read this one yet, but I just wanted to keep all of her books together. But honestly, I'm probably going to have to split this up into 2 shelves eventually, because I do want to get all the books in this series, including the spin-off series that's from Hades' point of view. So I feel like that alone would take up like almost a whole shelf. And you guys know I'm gonna be getting more A.L. Jackson books. I eventually want to have every single book that she's ever written. So that's what we got for now. Then down here we've got 2 of my other favorite authors. We've got Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have not read a book by Taylor Jenkins Reid that I haven't liked yet. Now there are some of these that I haven't read. Like I haven't read After I Do, and I have not read these 2 books, Maybe Another Life or Forever Interrupted. I have not read those 3, but all the other books in this stack I've read and have been like 5-star books. So I had to have a spotlight for Taylor Jenkins Reid because I just love her writing. I love it. I love it. Then we've got one of my other favorite series right now, which is the Knock 'Em Out Virginia series from Lucy Score. All of these have been like 5-star reads for me. We've got Things We Never Got Over, Things We Hide from the Light, and Things We Left Behind. This book is not annotated. I don't have any page flags, as you can see, because I originally read this on Kindle and I got the paperback later once I realized how much I loved the series. But these are both my annotated copies, so those are special. And then I do have, this is like a little shelf that I have for signed paperbacks. So this is the one I have that's signed by Lucy Score, but this is not the one I annotated because I found it after I already finished reading it. Eventually I will probably transfer my page flags from this copy to this copy. Then we have one of my favorite books of the year, if not all time, which is One Last Shot by Nikki Castle. This is a signed copy, and she also sent with it some other goodies. So we've got like this little insert there. We have this art print, which is from a scene in the book where she makes him do goat yoga, and it's really funny. And then, like I said, I need to find a better way. That's another reason why I want to be able to put Things We Left Behind down here, because then I can have both of these books on display. I also have my signed copy of Between Never and Forever by Britt Benson. I talked about this in the book haul that I got this book in, so I haven't actually read this book, and I haven't read anything by Britt Benson yet, but she's a local author to me, and I've heard so many good things about this book, so this is actually going to be on my winter TBR. I'm going to be reading this either in November or December, so I'll keep you posted. But I love the cover, and it's a really pretty signed edition, and I just have like a couple like bookish knickknacks here. So like this one says, Britt Benson broke my heart and then she fixed it, to go with that book. And then I've got this little keychain here that says read your heart out. Just a couple, you know, cute little knickknacks here. That's the cool thing about this corner bookshelf, is I can add like little knickknacks and decorative things. This is the last shelf that I have on my romance side, and this is like my TBR shelf right now. So these are the books that I plan to read in the month of November. So this is a little sneak peek of my November TBR in case you're interested. But I want to read these 2 books by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I really want to read Belladonna. This is a pretty cover that I got that has the purple sprayed edges from Barnes & Noble. Yes, this is here. I am going to try and continue the ACOTAR series. I've only read the first book, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then this is a book that Josh and I want to read together, my husband. This is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, I believe is how you say it. And then I do really want to read the J.R. Ward Dark Lover, or no, it's like Black Daggerhood Brothers series, I think. Really want to get into that. So I think this is the first like 10 books. Yeah, but I know it goes beyond this, but this is just the first 10 books. So this is like my TBR shelf right now. And then this is still open. I'm going to be putting my Megan Quinn books here. If you watch my recent weekly wrap up, Megan Quinn released like bodice ripper covers of a lot of her books, and I ordered like 5 or 6 of them. So those are going to go here. I'm going to put like a special Megan Quinn shelf. And then I've still got a 2 whole shelves to fill. So your girl's ready to go to Barnes & Noble. She's ready. So that is the romance shelf. And then now we're going to go into my other genres. So these I have organized by genre, and then within that I have them organized by title, kind of. This one isn't really as organized, gonna be honest, but I just did the best that I could. The one author spotlight that I really wanted to have is Agatha Christie. You guys know when I want to read a mystery or a thriller, like Agatha Christie is my go-to. And these covers in particular are just so pretty. So I'm slowly collecting all of these covers. I'm obsessed. I'm literally obsessed. So eventually I will have every single Agatha Christie book in this design. But for now, we've got a mix of some other ones that I've gotten. So I've got all those on Spotlight right there. I've got my box set of the Shatter Me series, just because this is the only place it would fit. But I do wish that I could have all the books on display, but for right now, this is what we've got. And then I do want to read the, what is it, the Sookie Stackhouse series or whatever. This is the book series that inspired the True Blood TV show, if you don't know. And this is a very long series, and I don't want to buy them all new because you can almost always find them used at like Goodwill or thrift stores, so I'm slowly collecting them. I've only got 4 right now, but I wanted to be sure that I had enough set up so that if I do like it, I can binge it. But I also don't want to buy the whole series brand new because what if I don't like it, you know? So I've got those for now. And then this shelf is kind of like my miscellaneous section. So it's like YA, fantasy, sci-fi, dystopian society, like that kind of thing. So we've got like the new Hunger Games book. This is like a YA vampire book that I haven't even read yet. And we've got like some fantasies here. So yeah, that's kind of the vibe of this shelf, and I have them in order by title, just because most of these I couldn't even tell you the author if you asked me. So, but I do remember the titles, so that's why I organized them that way here. But yeah, I'm really excited to read a couple of these. This one I'm really excited to get into in the winter time for some reason. This is giving me winter vibes, but this is like a young adult Criminal Minds situation. So yeah, that's the vibe of this shelf. Then down here, this is more just like general fiction or like historical fiction or literature, classics. So, and again, I have these in order by title because I don't know all of the authors for these offhand, so it's just easier for me to remember the titles. So this is kind of a mix. Again, these I feel like it was hard for me to know how to organize them, but they don't fit into the romance category, so I just put them over here. That's basically what I decided. And then here's where I keep all of my colored page flags that I use for annotating. So we've got all those there. Then this is here because I was just talking about it in my weekly wrap up, but we'll put that away later. All right, here we've got my nonfiction shelf. So this includes like nonfiction, self-help, personal development, professional development, anything that kind of fits that category. This is actually what I used to read exclusively. I used to only read nonfiction. Like I would say in college and into being like a new adult, I would only read nonfiction and self-help because I felt like I could only read something if it was productive. So I still have some of my favorites here, and I've got some bookmarks here. This last shelf is kind of more the nonfiction side, but it's mostly like journals and like workbooks or other things like that. So like prayer journals, like professional development workbooks, some calligraphy books here, and some just like blank journals, guided journals, devotionals, things like that. And I still got an empty shelf here. So see, I think this proves that I can go shopping for books. That's basically the moral of the story here. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this bookshelf tour. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions for things to add or different ways to organize it, let me know down below, because I feel like this is how it is right now, but it's probably going to change. So I'm open to suggestions, and I will link down below the bookshelves that I have, just in case you're interested in having a similar setup. I will say this corner bookshelf is a game changer. I highly recommend it. I just feel like it's a great way to maximize the space, and you can still have like decorations, but then you can have like more space for your books, which is really all we need, right? So give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss my future videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye.